on the go.
And now, from Tampa, Florida, where he would have the option of listening to us on 1010 Talks in Tampa.
Yep.
A man who is almost already an American icon, General Norman Schwarzkopf. Good morning, General Schwarzkopf.
Hi, Don. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great. Welcome to Tampa.
Thank you very much. Have you heard us on the radio station there?
Believe it or not, I have.
That's what's happening. This is John Minko with 2020 Sports on WFAN, the radio home for March Madness. For you to call, as always, is 718-937-6666, and I'm pumped up. It's April. That means we are real close.
Home for the NCAA Basketball Championship.
Here on a fan, 718-937-6666 as we head into hour number 3. Mike and the Mad Dog, Francesa and Russo coming up at 1 o'clock. And a reminder, Monday we'll be broadcasting live from the Yankee Stadium up in the Bronx as the Yanks open up against the Texas Rangers. Then the following Monday we'll be over at Shea for the Mets home opener. But right now we Russ Alsberg for Hayes and Rodman. Bye-bye, so long, farewell.
What are you looking at? I'm looking. And that's what's happening. I'm Vince DeLisi with 2020 Sports on WFAN, the home of the NCAA Basketball Championship. Here in New York City on the first day of April Fool's Day indeed, 1994. 718-937-6666. That's your two-way sports talk top and number with Mike Hayes and Robert Gelb across the way. Hi, good afternoon now, Michael. How are you? How are you, dog? Doing fine.
I'm hanging in there. What's going on?
Nothing. It's a different
day game against the Cubs into the championship game. Enjoy all your games all weekend. Don't forget Mike's show tonight following the Stars and the Rangers. Have a good one. Adios.
Mike and the Mad Dog, Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
Listen to the Virginia Cavaliers, who had a nice run, knocked out by Arizona. Yeah, it's funny when you play those games of this team beat this other team and this team beat this team by this many points. Somebody did that a couple of years ago. I think the worst team, like the 288th ranked team in the NCAA, was actually the best team when they did that based on who they beat versus who beat them. Eddie Coleman will talk about the Mets, 1994, next after this.
Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
Sports Radio 20 Sports on WFAN. You're home for the NCAA Basketball Championship.
Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
And we're back on the fan. Richard Neer, Sports Radio 66 WFAN. And joining us now, and he will actually be joining us tomorrow, or joining himself and Susan Ballman tomorrow, Bagels and Baseball. I'm having the bagels right now. We got the baseball with Eddie Coleman. Eddie, how are you this morning?
Good, Rich. I got to remember how to get
666. That's our phone number.
Terrible.
You call the dog. You tell the dog you think tonight's game is important. I ain't buying it. Tell DeLisi. He buys it. He thinks it's a big game. Big game. Thanks to Hayes. Thanks to Vince. I'll be back again one of these years. Next Saturday morning at about 5 a.m. Catch you then.
Sports Radio 66. WFAN.
And you're home for the NCAA Basketball Championship.
Sports Radio 66.
Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Christopher Russo on a fan on a Saturday morning here in New York. Good to have you aboard. 718-937-6666. That's your two-way sports talk telephone number. Talk to you about the world of sports, and there's a whole bunch going on. Baseball season, of course, begins this weekend. It begins tomorrow night. It begins Monday in full blast. And obviously all the hockey. The Rangers Devils, a big one tonight. And the Islanders Montreal, and a big and important game tonight up in Montreal. And the Final Four.
66. WFAN New York.
Of course, you'd have to like them a little bit. Seventh would be the Nets against Golden State. You probably like Golden State. And Denver against Indiana. Maybe Indiana. You match up all the matchups, and the West is better. Good 2 hours, more to do on a fan. Don't go away.
Sports Radio 66. The Fan.
WFAN Sports. Paul Olden with the 2020 sports on WFAN, the home of the NCAA Basketball Championship. The good.
Sports Radio 66. The Fan. WFAN New York.
Returning on a fan for hour 3, Christopher Russo with you. Nice to have you with us. 718-937-6666. Dale Brown amongst your spots this afternoon as we chat about the world of sports. Here's a guy that had a very nice tournament run, and obviously...
Sports Radio 66. The Fan. WFAN New York.
2:25. We are moving along on a Saturday afternoon in New York. Ian Eagle taking you until 5 o'clock. If Glenn Robinson comes out, he's the number 1 pick. Now we're hearing rumblings. Robinson told CBS Television, Pat O'Brien, that he is planning on staying. That could be rhetoric. I think Robinson will probably come out when push comes to shove. I don't have any inside information, but he will be the number 1 pick. And Grant Hill is the other guy that we're talking about. I don't think he's going to step in and dominate his first or second year. Take a look at Weber, Hardaway. We don't have those players this year. We don't.
Sports Radio 66. The Fan. WFAN.
WFAN 2020 sports.
It will be fun, and it should be enjoyable. The showdown in the Meadowlands tonight. The Rangers and the Devils for first place in the Eastern Conference. Also, Knicks in Miami tonight. They are playing at the Garden, and the Final Four, that's coming up here on the Fan. Thanks to Lisa Johnson, Joan Chin, Ian Eagle. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sports Radio 66. The Fan. WFAN.
We're back. Ann Lagori with you on the Fan. 1:06 is the time. In an hour, we move our clocks ahead. Times 3, just like that. Amazing. How time flies when you're having fun, right? All right, we did a little hockey first hour. A little baseball. We'll continue with little baseball. Definitely we'll talk college basketball most of the evening.
Mostly cloudy. That's what's happening. This is John Minko with 2020 Sports on WFAN. Your home for the NCAA Championship game. It's the Bagels and Baseball Show on the Fan.
3-2 pitch, swing, and a well-hit ball to deep center field. Makes it back. It's out of here. Home run, Lenny Dykstra. And the Bills have taken a 4-3 lead here in the 10th. Number 2 in this series for the Dudes, the only hit given up by Mark Wohler.
Here are your hosts, Ed Coleman and Susan Waldman.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is 9:05 on the Fan. I'm Susan Waldman, and Ed Coleman is here. Good morning. The
you'll hear it right here on the Fan with a pregame show getting our coverage started. St. Louis Cardinals and the Cincinnati Reds. Mets and Cubs tomorrow from Chicago. Yankees and the Texas Rangers from the Bronx. Stay tuned. More coming up after the update.
Sports Radio 66. The Fan, WFAN.
Temperature is 52 degrees, and that's what's happening. This is Bob Husler with 2020 Sports on WFAN, your home for the NCAA Basketball Championship game.
Sports Radio 66. The Fan, WFAN, New York.
7:04 on the Fan. Our final hour is underway on this Sunday evening in New York. We take you until 7:50 tonight. And then it is the start of the 1994 Major League Baseball season. The Cincinnati Reds and the St. Louis Cardinals in action. The pregame coverage at 10 to 8. First pitch, 8:05. Bob Tewksbury, 17 and 10 last year. Opposed by Jose Rio, coming off a 14 and 9 season. Tomorrow, full schedule. He is synonymous with the term New York Mets. But $6 million Dwight Gooden is not worth. Our thanks to Rob Tepper and Joan Chin, Larry Walker, Jim O'Connell, Tim Kirchin, Kelly Stinnett, our guests here on this Sunday. This is Ian Eagle. Have yourself a great week. Baseball is underway.
Sports Radio 66. The Fan, WFAN.
It's March Madness. What has happened to this phone?
It was just a minor miscommunication.
But I mean, I still can't hear.
Can you hear me now?
No, I mean, I'm listening to you off the radio.
Okay, how about now?
No, I mean, it's not any better than it was.
Well, okay, we'll try it again in a little while. Get your hearing checked. We get some spots
Well, why would it all of a sudden, will somebody explain to me why it all of a sudden went out?
We'll effort that answer for you.
I knew you were going to effort that. I want to know now.
My God,
Shut up!
we're screaming. You're going to have a collapsed lung.
Oh, in that case, let him scream.
Oh, wait a minute.
You do already.
Hey, Charles,
What?
how does that deal sound from Conflict?
Well, it sounds great. How can anybody refuse that? Come on. He's a great guy.
He is? Yeah, but I didn't. Well, there's no way to talk to him. You know, Bernie, I'm going to kill everybody. I'm going to kill everybody. I'll kill everybody.
At 10:10 on your dial, this is WIN. Good. 43 WCBS Nissan. Hello, you're on WABC. Hello, you're on Hello? Anybody there?
Imus in the morning. Send me. I know you. Send me. Darling, you. Send me. Honest you do. Honest you do. Honest you do. Whoa. Imus in the morning.
You don't.
Who's out of you?
Let me talk to Chuck.
Okay. Good morning, Ivan.
Oh, my God.
How are things?
Chuck?
Yes.
Hit him.
All right, just a moment. I'll have to go to the other room, but I will hit him, boss.
Let me just say, I got it. Can we get this phone fixed so I can hear?
Apparently not.
No.
No, we can't. No, just deal with that. No, we can't.
All right, I can hear. I have the radio. I can hear you on the radio.
No, all right.
Let me just ask you a serious question. What is the mentality of management of these idiots, empty suits, and he's one of the better ones, Hollander.
Yes, he is.
That's the issue he addressed. He asked me, I'm in the hospital, or wherever. I'm not there.
I wanted to know if it was your portable phone.
If it was my portable
You were
phone?
saying you were on your 9X phone, and what I wanted to happen was
You
both
idiot.
parties to get off the line.
We switched phones. We then went to the other phone.
But that still didn't work, and what I wanted
Get off
to
here.
happen
Get off here now. Get off here.
Make me.
I'm ordering you off here.
Make me.
Charles,
What?
throw him out of the studio.
I can. He's in the other room, but
You're not going to contribute anything, Joel. Shut the mic off.
Okay, I'm gone.
Are you accepting the coach's offer?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Done deal.
See you later. Bye. You've done it again, man.
It's very magnanimous of the coach. And there's no...
Wait a minute.
And what was Lupica hysterical yesterday? Lupica's got... By the way, Lupica's is something we're not going to discuss on the air. Lupica's going to get his little ass kicked.
That's all there is to it. Yeah. Sure, right up between his shoulder blades where you have to unbutton his...
We're going to find out just how tough Lupica is.
Yeah.
That's what's going to come out of all
We're
this.
going to find out. Darn right. Whoops. Hello?
Oh, he's bad.
Anybody there?
Oh, wait, what is wrong with the phones?
Wait a minute, I'm still looking up Magnanimous.
Talking on the phone is not my speed. Don't send me no letter 'cause I can't read. Don't be long 'cause I can't go. We gonna rock and roll all night long 'cause I'm ready. I'm willing. And I'm Imus in the morning.
Mike Lupa.
Mike and the Mad Dog. Sports Radio 66. WFAN.
Increased risk for sudden death syndrome. Call 1-800-221-SIDS and stop smoking around the baby. He's in Central Park. Boy, Chris, that looks good. And that's what's happening. I'm Bill Daughtry with 2020 Sports on WFAN, the radio home of the NCAA Basketball Championship.
Mike and the Mad Dog. Sports Radio 66. WFAN.
Okay, back on the fan for our third hour here together on this Monday night before championship game. Mike, of course, believe it, he's not pleased either. A little play-by-play show tonight to do after Ranger hockey against the Panthers. The typical NHL. Scheduled some games tonight. You think somebody would pay attention and say, you know what? The Monday of opening day in baseball and the NCAA final. Today had Lisa Johnson, that is, Sweeney Murray, Bob Gelb, and Mike. We'll see you tomorrow following Mets-Cubs. Enjoy the championship game on the fan.
WFAN 2020 Sports.
I'm Bill Daughtry with a 2020 Sports Update.
Imus in the morning. Flashback.
Meanwhile, in the jungle, live from Head Up Jurassic Park, Scott Minnie.
Howdy, folks, and welcome to Head Up Jurassic Park, the only zoological preserve in the world that features dinosaurs in their natural habitat. Please keep your arms and legs inside the tram at all times and refrain from eating, drinking, smoking, humming, whistling, pen snapping, gum popping, pillow twirling, face making, talking too softly, talking too loudly, or walking when the microphones are on as it irritates the dinosaurs. Here, coming up on your left, you can see a pterodactyl. It frightens its prey with its sack-like neck and harsh, shrill call. Na-na-na-na-na. Over there, just behind those bushes, is a masturbaton. Noted for its abnormally long pink horn, it makes frequent attempts to mate with the likes of hermaphroditic bar dwellers and lower, more docile feline species, such as the Himalayan Collins. On your right is the Megalosaurus mediacon. Noted for the extremely large head and beating chest, it is sought out by other breeds for its power. Lesser species fawn over it to avoid attack. Others, such as Dinkosaurus mayora and the Bulbasaurus clintone, seek the mediacon's protection from antagonistic hordes. Those smaller sucking creatures you see attached to his limbs are parasites, feeding off his excess juice. They take nourishment from the mediacon and offer nothing in return. The hairless species is the T-Shirtosaurus Fred, and the much smaller one is the Lupicaceous Peewee. Oh, now see that whimpering animal over there?
Oh, yeah, right.
That's the Mylegosaurus, damn it, nobody cares. He can run a mile in about 8 minutes, but is very susceptible to even the slightest pain, and can be heard wailing incessantly to the point where it's ignored by the other animals. He eats only vegetables, pasta, and Poland spring water, and his resting heart rate is 6. But don't confuse him with his cousin, the boring raptor. That's the Imus-April, most notable for its dull, lowing moan and monotone bleating, which lulls his prey to sleep quite effectively. It can usually be found grazing with the likes of the Quinlan anaconda or the Homo sapien. Scientists believe it makes noise just to hear the sound of its own voice. Let's call it over here. Oh, whoops. Looks like we've woken up the Imosaurus Rex. He's the biggest, most feared king of all the Imosaurs. He's got quite a taste for blood. He can even smell it through a phone line. He'll go right for the jugular and waste no time in tearing apart his prey.
He always taunts his victims before he kills. He's even been known to eat his own meal. Sir, please sit down while the tram is moving. No, don't take a picture.
What the do you think you're doing, fatso?
Don't look him directly in the eye.
Hey, think about a salad, okay? Jesus, are you fat enough? What a f***ing moose.
Oh, no, it's got him.
Oh, by the way, nice shorts. I wouldn't wear those to a cockfight. Jesus, what a stooge. I'll tell you right now, bozo, you're a dead man.
Imus in the morning, 2020 sports.
Good morning, this is John Minko, the final score.
You're not talking to me, Chump.
I am talking to you. I am talking to you.
What have I done?
Tammy, why don't you tell us?
Oh, hi, Fred. It's Tammy. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Obviously, still waiting for my T-shirt.
Just a walking bird dog. If you know how to do it, show you how to walk bird dog. Come on now, come on.
Imus in the morning. Flashback.
All right, here now on the Imus in the Morning program, one of my favorite all-time blues singers, other than Delbert McClellan, Blind Mississippi White Boy, Pig Peach Dupree. Well, no, wait a minute. What are you doing?
Nothing, boy. I'm blowing my harp.
No, you don't have your harp. Where is your harmonica?
I had to hock my harp.
Pardon me?
I had to hock my harp.
You sold your harmonica?
Yeah. I need me some money, so I had to hock the harp.
I understand it, but what do you do with the money we pay you?
Well, I bought myself a little taste, bag of cigarettes and some barbecue.
Right.
Had to hock the harp to pay the rent. Otherwise, I'd be blind Mississippi homeless Big Feet Supreme.
Well, that's not bad. You may not even need to get it back.
I sure ain't got the money to get it back.
Well, you will after this if this works out here. So you have a blues song?
I got the blues, boy.
What's this one called?
My baby gone.
Well, that sounds to me like a pretty just traditional blues thing.
But that ain't the name of the song, but it's the way my baby got gone.
And how was that?
Dinosaur ate my baby.
Dinosaur, okay. Let's hear this.
Took my baby on vacation. On a holiday we did embark. She was tired on a rat race. Need a place to have a lark. But Club Med wasn't good enough for my woman. So I took her down to Jurassic Park. Well, a dinosaur ate my baby, and I don't know what to do. So I'm right out the socket, pull the feet right out the shoe. Tyrannosaurus bit her head off, swallowed it and didn't even chew. I said sorry about that, baby. I'm sure that must hurt. She said, I'm just an appetizer, but you gon' be dessert. I said, don't go to pieces on me, baby, even though it's certain doom. Pull yourself together, 'cause I already paid for the room. Now the blues is what I'm singing, gonna pour myself a drink. Tyrannosaurus ate my baby, and I miss it like I missed the missing link. Now my woman, she be history, 'cause the dinosaur done made the bitches stink. Let me get a little Mesozoic here.
Idiot. Blind Mississippi White Boy, Pig Free. You're free here on the Imus in the Morning program.
I can wear my hand better than that kind of harp.
Imus in the morning, 2020 sports.
Good morning, this is John Minko. They one hit and a man left on. And at the end of 5 at Wrigley Field, the best 6 the Cubs won on the WFAN Mets Radio Network.
Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
9 minutes after 7 o'clock.
So, Al... nothing but a fool. I don't think attacking me...
Gutless, you can't decide who to pick for mayor. Then you go ahead. Hold on, fool.
Okay.
Then you go and choose Florio.
Yes, I endorse Florio Monts.
He's such a good candidate.
Well, he's
I won't raise taxes.
Well,
I won't have your insurance go up. Oh no, Governor Florio, it hasn't gone up. It's gone through the damn roof.
well, I'm fine. I mean, he's a better candidate than she is.
Oh, come on. He's an old fool like you.
Well, why are you listening to me then?
Because Bernie's funny.
Well, all right, fine.
That's got to be the only reason, because we all know since that lung operation, all we've heard about is that lung operation.
Oh, fine. Make fun of me because of my lung operation. That's really nice.
Oh, I'm not making fun of you. It's just...
What do you do for a living?
No, I own a bagel shop down in Waltown.
Haven't I talked to you before?
Yeah, you have.
Oh, you jerk.
I'm surprised you remembered, you fool.
Chuck handed me a note.
He had to. It's the only way you're going to remember.
Yeah,
You got that long-term memory, man.
Just get some...
An hour and a half.
Let me tell you what I want you to do.
Oh, go ahead.
Dope face. Just listen up here.
Go ahead.
Get some bagels in there, the eye man.
You got it.
Yeah, okay.
I dropped down in my easy chair and turned.
Hey, Beavis, look, it's that presidential David Cassidy dude, George Steppen Fetchelot.
What's he doing?
I don't know. I think he's saying he's innocent.
Innocent of what?
He's trying to say it wasn't his idea to have Barbara Streisand sing at the presidential gala.
What is this?
I don't know. Looks like a bunch of old dudes who, never quit the debate club.
Debate club geeks suck.
Yeah, resolve. George Steppen Fetchelot is a wuss.
Resolve. Bill Clinton is the Burger King.
And his brother George is really the dude from Funkadelic.
Yeah, I got one. Resolve. Hillary Clinton has a big butt.
That's probably why they call this thing Wide Loader.
Hey, is that dude with the orange hair gonna be on this thing?
I hope so. He's cool. He looks like that mummy in the Alice in Chains video.
Yeah. And he, got Arsenio Hall's sister Anita to say that, the Supreme Court dude put pubes on her Coke can.
That's cool.
Is Chelsea gonna testify?
I don't know. But I sure hope the Gore chicks will be doing a little number for us.
I want to put a pube on their Coke can.
That's cool.
Imus in the morning, 2020 sports.
Good morning, this is John Minko.
Flashback.
Here now with the New York Lotto numbers, over from the Archdiocese, is John Cardinal O'Connor. And
What a creep.
Move this thing.
it's always great to see. Fine, Cardinal O'Connor, please settle down. Good morning, Cardinal O'Connor.
Good morning, God bless. The winning numbers in the New York State Lottery is as follows.
Yeah.
The daily number, 938.
938.
Oh, me name is McNamara. Put your penis in me hand.
Wait a minute.
I don't bloody think so, Miss Namar, be Jesus.
What are you talking about?
Let me just say this. You and that sky cap masquerading as a mayor of ours. In both rotten hell.
Well,
The deepest, hottest corner in the bowels of hell, be Jesus, you satanic sissy, you. You for viciously attacking the Catholic Church.
I would like to apologize, sort of, for that. I didn't mean to attack the Catholic Church. I simply suggested that I thought you had more things to worry about than whether a few homosexuals marched in the parade or not. For example, how about cleaning them out of the church? And
Well, I admit, we've been infiltrated.
I know, as you pointed out, there weren't any more in the Catholic Church than there were in society at large. So
Your apology not accepted. Rotten hell, you bastard.
it's not. Well, it's not an apology. It's
Lincoln's transforming St. Patty's Day into Faggots Day, be
well,
Jesus.
that'll be enough.
I tell you what, that HIV virus takes a little too long for my own taste, be Jesus.
That's not big. Cardinal.
For decades now, the parade rules were very simple, Miss Lamar.
Yes.
No floats, no flits.
Well,
Now we'll have gays in green leather pants, tongue kissing all the way up Fifth Avenue, be Jesus. So many skinny AIDS victims that'll look like the Bataan Death March, be Jesus, I tell you that.
I don't think AIDS jokes are really what we're looking for here.
Lincoln says we should all come together. What does he mean, on 69th Street or some damn thing?
That would be fine. That'll be enough.
H-O-M-O-S-E. X-U-A-L spells homosexual. Don't care about the Irish blood that's in you. Away from the parade or I'll stab you with again, so. H-O-M-O-S-E. X-U-A-L-U-C. You're a freak type of chick, you look weak, stay the hell away, homosexuals. Q. Jesus. What I have to say about that, Miss Lamar.
Why don't you just read the numbers?
The win 4 number.
That's what you're here for.
5976.
All right.
I understand you have a new love interest, Miss Lamar. When you switch to your left hand? Hemorrhoid face, you. The pick 10 numbers is as follows.
What are they? Oh, is it? Or what?
Let's do this, Mr. Marr.
Yeah.
They call a Somalian with a sesame seed in his head.
You know,
A quarter pounder, be Jesus.
you know,
Take 10 numbers as the spellers.
that will be enough.
3, 4, 11, 13, 18, 39, 38, 39, 42, 43, 46, 47, 51, 53, 59, 62, 66,
Lou, it doesn't help when you laugh at him. It just encourages him.
73, 75.
Well, I mean, that's an Ethiopian joke. Let's go. Come on.
The big jackpot this Wednesday night, hey, Mr. Lamar.
What is it?
Be a few $1 million as well. Don't worry about it.
Fine. Well, thank you, Cardinal.
Which doesn't belong in why?
Oh, I'm sorry. Which doesn't belong in
Which
why?
doesn't belong in why?
All right.
A, Imus.
Yeah.
B, Elvis.
Yeah.
C, Jesus. Which doesn't belong in why?
Well, I would say Jesus.
Wrong, you two-legged sweatball. While all three have been labeled kings and have affected many people, the answer is A. Surprise. Imus doesn't belong because unlike the other two, Imus labeled himself king and has also infected many people with Jesus. You move along. Is that it for cards? You wasn't me too, are you, boy?
John Cardinal O'Connor.
That's the whole
Yeah, on the Imus in the Morning program.
It was set on the greatest day they have ever known.
Happening, I'm Paul Olden with 2020 Sports on WFAN, the home of New York Knicks basketball.
Sports Radio 66, the fan, WFAN, New York.
6:05 on the fan. Good evening, everybody. Iron Eagle taking you until 9 o'clock tonight, and then Bill Daughtry comes your way. We'll be talking to you at 718-937-6666, a Wednesday evening in New York. Mets beat the Cubs 4-1, and I think we've actually received word now from the Mets. They are printing playoff tickets already. A 3-0 start. Last time they did that, 1987. 6:59, we wrap up hour number 1. Bob Husler standing by with the update at 7 o'clock. After that, we go back to the telephones. Phone lines are open for you at 718-937-6666. Mets with a victory. We'll talk about that. Knicks and Nets with a night off. Islanders and Devils playing in a big game. Each of them playoff implications for both. And, of course, Darryl Strawberry, the topic that just won't go away. Updates next. More on the other side.
Sports Radio 66, the fan, WFAN.
This is Bob Husler with 2020 Sports on WFAN, your home for New York Mets baseball.
Sports Radio 66, the fan, WFAN, New York.
7:05 on the fan. We're back, everybody. Iron Eagle taking you until 9 o'clock, and then Bill Daughtry comes in for a 3-hour radio program. He'll carry you right up until 12. Then it's Steve Summers' time, Captain Midnight, for you right here on Sports Radio 66 WFAN. More phone calls to do, 718-937-6666. A number of topics on the table, including the Mets with a 4-1 victory in Chicago. They switched. In his interview with Bob Costas, Mickey Mantle did not come across as a very happy man. We build up perceptions. He's our hero, Mickey Mantle. He can do no wrong. Well, he did a lot of wrong, and he admitted to doing a lot wrong. But we don't look down upon Mickey Mantle right now because he was an addict, because he checked himself into a rehab center. We hope that Mickey Mantle gets better, and that's what we should hope for Darryl.
Sports Radio 66, the fan, WFAN.
It's Shea Stadium and the Mets home opener. Bob Husler with 2020 Sports on WFAN, your home for New York Rangers hockey.
Sports Radio 66, the fan, WFAN, New York.
8:05 on the fan. Our final hour is underway. We take you until 9 o'clock tonight, and then Bill Daughtry comes in, takes over. Carry you right through until 12 o'clock, and then it's time for Captain Midnight, as it is every weeknight here on the fan. Steve Summers will join you after 12 o'clock. 718-937-6666. We will have more phone calls coming up in just a couple of minutes. The New York Mets, the younger you are and the less you know, can often be better. Because there's been a lot of ignorance on this station in my mind. Again, I'm not one to criticize anybody. You say what you like and you form your opinions any way you like, but I can't believe some of the reaction to the Darryl Strawberry situation. Bill Daughtry's standing by. Stay tuned.
Sports Radio 66. The Fan, WFAN.
Time Eddie walks into the studio, I mean, I think like there's somebody has escaped from the zoo. No kidding. Man,
What a beast.
right? You know, on the evolution chart, Eddie looks like the third guy from the left. Yes, sir. The guy that's not quite standing up yet.
Sasquatch.
Exactly. That's exactly who he looks like, Sasquatch.
Yep.
He's got hair down to the middle of his back, and he's got this big, fat, mushy body.
He's in great shape.
Yeah, really. Eddie's about 25 years old, and you couldn't be in worse shape. If he were out in Oregon, people would be trying to make plaster casts of his footprints.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning on the Fan.
Eddie cannot do one push-up. I bet he can.
No kidding.
He's got just a big, mushy...
What do you mean, not one?
Unless you put a
push-up.
Twinkie under his face.
Imus in the morning on the Fan. Sports Radio 66. WFAN.
Radio 66, WFAN New York. WFAN 2020 Sports.
Good evening. It's 9 o'clock. This is Bob Usler. This is Bob Usler with 2020 Sports on WFAN, your home for New York Knicks basketball.
Sports Radio 66. The Fan. WFAN.
As always, another sterling job by my former broadcast partner, Bob Husler, with the 2020. Good evening. I'm Bill Daughtry at 718-937-6666. This edition of the Crying Game lasts until midnight. On the Fan, Lula Shepard, Sweeney Murdy along with us. The Darryl fallout continues. Mario Lemieux charges the ref. $500 fine. He's got 2 goals tonight for Pittsburgh. The Islanders are tied with Hartford at 2. 718-937-6666.
It's good to be back. So, how was, being in prison? Not bad. It was like a vacation. 3 hots in a cot. I got to work out. Plus, I didn't have to listen to the little woman screaming at me all day long about the friggin' bullet in her head. That's cool. You know, Beavis, you look a little like Mary Jo. I mean, the mouth and everything.
That would be cool if, I had a bullet in my head. I could, get out of gym class.
Beats doing wind sprints and sit-ups.
So, are you gonna sleep with any more underage chicks?
I don't know, $500,000 for 4 months of downtime? Yeah, I'd say it was worth banging another high school mall skank.
Cool. Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Plus, it looks like I'm gonna get to kick Geraldo Rivera's ass, too.
He sucks. So, in jail, did some of the cons, hit on you?
What?
Did, some black dude make you his bitch?
What are you, some kind of comedian?
Did they, try to corner you in the shower and badafuco you?
What? Come here. I want to show you something.
Ow. Ow. Hey, that hurts. Ow. Cut it out. This really sucks. Ow.
Imus in the morning news time, 7 o'clock, 54 degrees.
Highway Patrol.
All right, here now, late headline developments we're following for you in the Imus and Washington Network newsroom.
I'm David Brinkley of ABC News and host of this program, joined as usual by our regulars Walter Cronkite, Rush Limbaugh, John Donald Imus, and on special assignment, Newsweek correspondent Colonel David Hackworth in Korea. Now, some news. First of all, here in Washington, President Clinton is moving forward quickly with the Whitewater damage control initiated at his primetime news conference in an effort to get the controversy behind him once and for all. In an impromptu meeting with reporters a short time ago at the White House, Mr. Clinton underscored his determination to remove any further appearance of administration impropriety by shredding William Kennedy III, the White House counsel for ethical standards, ensnared in his own Nannygate scandal. Mr. Clinton himself demonstrated the new process by which he said potential hostile witnesses could be silenced and further slack-jawed, pig-kissing, cousin-f***ing Lum and Abner Rose law firm embarrassments dealt with. IIW microphones were there as Mr. Clinton fed Mr. Kennedy into his document shredder.
I've called you all here to show you our latest damage control strategy. This fella's Bill Kennedy. Bill, get in the shredder, son. Feet first.
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
Okay, now, who'd like to flip her on? Hillary? Why, sure, darling. That there's the button you mash right there.
Oh, you already knew that. Then crank her up, hon.
Meantime, what many inside the Beltway say is further evidence of how desperate the administration has become to divert attention from Whitewater. The President and Mrs. Clinton have just completed work on another takeoff of the familiar Harry and Louise-style healthcare commercials, in which the President and First Lady are seated next to each other on a couch, totally nude. After a brief discussion of care delivery concerns, each holds up a small sign that reads, "The Clinton Healthcare Plan. It could keep you from looking like this."
On Capitol Hill, having defeated Democratic opposition to Whitewater hearings, Senate and House Republicans are now pressing for Whitewater hangings, saying they now won't be satisfied until people are dead. Leading the drive for Whitewater hangings is New York Senator Alphonse D'Amato, one of the most vociferous Whitewater critics.
This Whitewater situation is just unconscionable. After lengthy deliberations with my Republican colleagues in the House, we've concluded that hearings aren't enough. In order to put this unfortunate episode behind us once and for all, we want people to swing so we can get on with other important issues that are now being neglected, like violence and all that stuff.
Senator D'Amato said he had already raised the issue of Whitewater hangings with Minority Leader Bob Dole, who reportedly said that it sounded like a good idea to him and called for formation of an ad hoc committee to buy rope.
Overseas, the crisis continues to mount on the troubled Korean peninsula over North Korea's increasingly ominous refusal to permit inspection of its nuclear weapons capability. A man very familiar with the geopolitics of the region, Colonel David Hackworth, is on special assignment there, both for Newsweek magazine and Imus and Washington Network News. Let's switch to him live right now. Colonel Hackworth.
Call me Hack, Walt. Hey, you know what's wrong with Korea, in my opinion? Too many Koreans. I mean, my God, you can't even walk around over here without stepping on them. They're like lemmings. Hey, this place sucked back in '53 when I was here, and it still does, you know? I mean, blow it up. Who the cares?
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt, but this just handed me. We have a report that Washington, D.C. Park Police have been called to the scene of a pothole repair project near the foot of the Key Bridge, where it's just been determined that a mechanical road crew flagman waving an orange detour sign at oncoming right-lane traffic is, in fact, the body of the late Deputy White House Counsel Vincent Foster. Park Police, after turning off the device and loading it aboard a Department of Public Works truck, emphasized that finding a body at the site of a pothole repair project, dressed in orange overalls, shot in the head, and being used as a mechanical flagman waving a slow down, give us a break detour sign, while unusual, is not inconsistent with cases of gunshot suicide.
Imus in the morning, 2020 sports.
Good morning, this is John Minko.
Sex, money, and murder from your bitch. Run up, money from the clock. Death is a fact. Murder is a hot murder. Murder is a hot murder. Murder is a hot that I have since way back. This is the way I live. Pain and torture. Believe in life. Sex, money, and Imus in the morning.
Imus in the morning, flashback.
Right here now on the Imus in the Morning program from Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld.
Imus.
Yeah.
How are you, Imus?
I'm fine.
You're funny, Imus.
Thank you.
Not as funny as Mike Lupica, but you're funny.
Thank you.
Hey, I was reading the paper the other day, and I see where Superman is gonna die.
Right.
Forget the riots in L.A., the hurricanes in Florida. The real disaster in America is that the Man of Steel is gonna croak.
Well,
What is the world coming to? I'm thinking, how are they going to kill a guy who's supposedly indestructible? Everybody knows the story about Superman, a man from another planet with powers and abilities beyond those of normal men. And apparently, the strongest ability he has is the power of disguise. Here's a man who's gotten more mileage out of a fedora and a pair of horn-rimmed glasses than anyone in history. And the best part is, he works at a newspaper. Not exactly the most inquiring minds working at the Daily Planet, I guess.
Yeah.
Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane are not about to win the Pulitzer Prize for investigative reporting. Their best friend's a superhero, and they don't know.
Well,
Clark Kent is a mild-mannered reporter who just happens to wear a size 52 jacket, size 28 slacks, can bench press a garbage truck, disappears every time there's trouble, reappears when it's over, and they're completely oblivious. Golly, Superman, where did you come from? And Superman's thinking, Schmuck, I was standing next to you all the time. I got my costume on underneath my street clothes, you moron. Do the glasses and the hat and the fact that I have to wear size 60 loafers over my boots fool you? Did you watch the TV show, Imus?
Yeah.
I don't know why they needed a superhero in the town of Metropolis anyway. They had the dumbest criminals in history. Ever notice how there's always that one bad guy who tries to shoot Superman?
Yeah.
I mean, forget the fact everyone knows who he is, but even giving a bad guy the benefit of the doubt, a man flies in my window in a red cape. I can pretty much assume bullets are not going to do anything to him. Wild guess, flying man, red cape. Handgun's going to be somewhat inadequate. The 38's going to come up a little short. But the bad guy goes ahead and shoots him anyway. After 6 shots ricochet off Superman's chest, the bad guy throws the empty gun at him. And Soupy's thinking, the bullets didn't do anything. What are you trying to do? Give me a bump? See the S? I'm Superman. You're a stupid guy. You should get a job as a reporter on the Daily Planet. They say that DC Comics is killing off Superman to help boost the circulation of the comic book. And I'm thinking, how do you boost circulation by killing them off? There's no more Superman. Who's going to buy Superman comics? What's going to be inside the covers? Perry White, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, talking about how great it used to be when Superman was alive? And golly, what happened to Clark? Did he call in sick? Too bad Superman's dead. He probably could have helped us find Mr. Kent.
Say you want a revolution. Well, you know, Imus in the morning.
Come up with a definitive and clarify some drug policies. Get something done in that area, too.
Roger the Mad Dog, Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
Hey, Beavis, look, it's that presidential David Cassidy dude, George Stephen Fetchalot.
What's he doing?
Here now, over from the Archdiocese, John Cardinal O'Connor with the lotto numbers. Good morning, Cardinal O'Connor.
Good morning, God bless. How are you in the lung making out, hey, Mr. Lamar?
Well,
The winning numbers in the New York State Lottery is as follows. Just might give a snake's ass how your stupid lung is doing, you BB brain. Let me just say, you look good, fella.
Thank you.
I'm talking to McCord, you cadaver, you. Shut up. That bigot McCord. Thought McCord quit yesterday to go right for Ted Danson or some damn thing. The daily number. 111.
Well, these are New York lotto numbers, Cardinal
New York
O'Connor.
State Lottery numbers, Mr. Lamar. Pay attention, will you?
Well, it'd be nice. We're heard in about
Shut
15
up.
states. It'd be nice if we knew which state you were talking about.
Well, the Cardinal's over at the cathedral and myself, Mr. Lamar. Still reeling, still in shock.
Is Dr. Whitkin here? Dr. Whitkin's here. Thank God.
That frigid old
Hi,
quack.
Doc. She's not
Throw her out,
she's not a
Jesus.
quack. Hi, Doc. God, is she gorgeous or what? Oh, please.
What does it matter to you? You're impotent anyway. You dirtbag.
Please continue with your report, Doctor. Cardinal O'Connor.
Shut up.
O'Connor.
Hey, Jesus, will you shut up?
Dr. Cardinal. Dr. Cardinal O'Connor. Dr. Whitkin, you can hear Cardinal O'Connor if you want to. You don't mind. What do you have, a little present here? Oh, that's great.
Penile implant or something?
We'll get to that in a minute. Please continue, Cardinal O'Connor.
Well, the Cardinal's over at the cathedral and myself, Mr. Mott, still reeling, still in shock, scratching our heads over the whole Michael Jordan story.
No.
That an NBA player actually knew who his real father is. That the Cardinal bamboozled the
You know, that...
bewildered, you pseudo-human, you.
We just don't need any comments like that.
Let me just say this about Magic Johnson. Does he really have AIDS? And if so, when does he start looking like a Somali?
You know...
Frank McCord.
Well, what is the matter with you?
The win-for number. 2193. So you were going to run for governor, Mr. Lamar. To do what? Legalize cocaine?
Well, no, I wasn't going to legalize cocaine.
You wouldn't know a filibuster from a dustbuster, you stupid jackass.
That will be fine. Attacking me is not the way to go
The only
there,
veto
Cardinal.
you'll ever encounter is the dumb greaseball in your local pizza shop, be Jesus.
That will be fine.
You couldn't get elected dog catcher, be Jesus.
Fine.
So looking at your ex-wives and girlfriends, you have experience at snagging bow wows, I can tell you that.
Just shut up.
Emasculated schmuck, you. The Take 10 number says as follows. Well, Mr. Wallace, I sat in the dais the other night at the infamous Whoopi Goldberg roast.
Right.
Sandwiched between Mayor Dinkins and Whoopi yourself. Sort of like a turkey breast on whole wheat sandwich.
Fine.
Fine.
Yucking it up at Ted Danson's pickaninny jokes. I thought, God bless Martin Luther King, and to hell with Montel Williams. I did find out what P5O is, I'm Mr. Lamar.
God, this is just...
Mayor Dinkins' phone number.
You're just you're an idiot.
Let me repeat this, Jim, for Montel. This is what he missed, I'm Mr. Lamar.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. Well, I don't think we want anything from that roast that anybody missed.
No. The highlight of the Cardinals' performance.
All right.
Why does Whoopi Goldberg sit in her porch with her legs spread open?
You know...
This is not necessary, is it?
Cardinal O'Connor...
To keep the flies off the water.
You know, I mean,
Big ten numbers is as follows.
Stupid.
7, 12, 15, 25, 49, 30, 35, 37, 39, 47, 51, 54, 55, 59, 64, 65, 68, 70, 77, 80.
What do you suppose... why do I do this?
I don't know.
Why do I do this and not clear this?
When you see this coming, that's why I don't, you
The big jackpot this Wednesday night, hi, Mr. Lamar.
This is the same person who wished... this is the same person who wished throat cancer on me, you remember?
Pray for it, Jesus. On my knees.
All right, what now?
The big jackpot this Wednesday night, hi, Mr. Lamar.
What will it be?
It'll be several $1 million, hi, Mr. Lamar.
$7 million?
A few $1 million. Which does them along and why? Which does them along and why?
Which does them along and why?
A, a chicken.
Oh, God. Here we
B,
go.
Bette Midler.
A chicken, Bette Midler.
C, hi, Mr. Lamar. Which does them along and why?
Chicken, Bette Midler. I don't like the way this is... Well, go ahead. What do you think? I would say Bette Midler.
Wrong, you two-legged bag of pussy.
Oh, God.
While all three owe sex appeal, and one way or another have entertained sicko homos in a bathhouse, the answer is C. Imus Lamar doesn't belong because unlike the other two, even Geraldo Rivera wouldn't admit to having sex with Imus Lamar, be Jesus. Well, thank you, McCord.
Don't try to...
Too busy trying to join the Friars Club or something. I think broke some good stuff at the Cardinal, you skinhead.
Don't blame this on him.
Imus in the morning.
Looking for the... I know that.
Penis.
Fine.
I can't believe that survey they did about you being governor of Connecticut didn't turn out.
Well...
Can't believe they didn't take you seriously, bro. I really thought you had a shot. I figured they used to spit on Governor Wanker. The job is a natural for you. Damn, I'm so disappointed.
Shut up.
I was so looking forward to your State of the State address so I could hear Swear with Flair again. But hey, you can still do it.
Yeah.
Put a little spin on those numbers. Just switch the 70% who said they didn't take you seriously with the 80% who said they wish your other lung would go down. I do it with my ratings all the time. Hey, why don't you go to Haiti, run for president? They're big with that voodoo stuff. You can really earn respect from them. They think you were one of those Walking Dead zombie guys. With a spirit of a sacrificed chicken. You got Dr. Whitkin there with you today, huh?
Leave Dr. Whitkin alone.
What happened? Your Prozac prescription run out? Hey, you bought my book yet?
No, I haven't.
It's better than Satanic Verses.
It is?
Except this time it isn't just the Muslims that want to kill me.
Dr. Georgia Whitkin is a clinical psychologist over at...
That's what's happening. I'm Vince Scalisi with 2020 Sports on WFAN. Your home for New York Knicks basketball.
Sports Radio 66, the Fan, WFAN, New York.
Back with you on the Fan, Richard Neer, Sports Radio 66 WFAN, taking your phone calls, and we've got some guests coming up later on this hour. Curtis Bunn will join us in a moment. He from the New York Daily News, and he'll talk about the New York Knicks. Pat Verbeek a little bit later on, talk hockey in general. He from the Hartford Whalers. Ed Coleman on the Mets, Susan Waldman on the Yankees, and William Roden from the New York Times will talk about Hank Aaron, the record and a long interview that he did with number 44.
My pleasure, Richard.
Pat Verbeek of the Hartford Whalers talking hockey with us on the Fan. Maybe he's wrong, too. Maybe you're all wrong. It was no big deal last week. You watch.
It was a big game. It was a huge game. I told you.
Hardly.
Huge.
Eddie Coleman coming up after Vince Scalisi.
Sports Radio 66, the Fan, WFAN.
Sports Radio 20 Sports on WFAN. Your home for New York Mets baseball.
Sports Radio 66, the Fan, WFAN, New York.
And we're back with you on the Fan, Sports Radio 66 WFAN. Richard Neer till 10 o'clock. Doug will be here at 10. And right now joining us as he comfortably does every Saturday morning at about this time when the Mets are within range is Mr. Ed Coleman. You know the owners want it, and you know the players are dead set against it. And that could happen in the middle of the summer and basically ruin our summer. Of course, we have World Cup soccer to keep us busy, right? Right. The dog is next. He will take you through the early afternoon hours until Mets baseball. Maybe not quite that late. I'm Richard Neal. We'll catch you again Monday night at 11 o'clock. Give yourself a good one. WFAN, your home for New York Rangers hockey. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Christopher Russo on the fan on a Saturday morning here in New York. Good to have you with us as we talk to you about the world of sports, and there is a whole bunch going on. 718-937-6666. That's your two-way sports talk telephone number. We'll be here until Miners and Blue Jays a little bit later on. You could sit there and talk all you want. People who think that Patrick Ewing is anything but, he's a tremendous shooter. The best shooter on a team, for goodness sakes. He's better than Hubert Davis. He is a baseline jump shooter. That's nothing wrong with that. And he plays hard. He's a tremendous competitor, and he's coachable. And he's a Hall of Famer. He's just not super great. Coming back after Vince. Shall see. We'll have it for you right here on the fan. Phone calls coming up, so get aboard. Open phone lines for you at 718-937-6666 after the update. This is Bob Usler with 2020 Sports on WFAN, your home for New York Mets baseball. 5:04 on the fan. Ian Eagle with you till 7:20. Hope your Saturday has been most enjoyable. 25,000 plus on hand in the Bronx today to see the Yankees lose to the Tigers. Final score of 5-2. Very solid performance for Mike Moore, whose ERA was very high last season. Tigers need him to come up big this year if they're going to have a solid season. They need one. They beat the Yanks, though, 5-2. We'll have your phone call. They've got to win some playoff games. That's important and imperative right now. 718-937-6666. The update is next at 7 o'clock. We'll have 20 more minutes to talk to you. The Mets and Astros tonight on the fan. Just because you added the on WFAN, your home for New York Knicks basketball. 7:06 on the fan, putting the finishing touches on this Saturday program. We take you until 7:20 tonight. Howie Rose standing by with Mets Extra, the Mets and the Astros in the Houston Astrodome tonight. A loss for Dallas Green's team last night. They hope to bounce back and improve to 4-1 if they can. You'll hear all the action. Bob Murphy, Gary Cohen, right here on Sports Radio 66, WFAN 718.
Of oxygen. Why? What in the world is going? I mean, you need treatment. Why are you screaming at these people? Poor little Lou. I mean, the slightest thing goes amiss and you go ballistic. Why are you? What is wrong with you? What in God's name is wrong with you? What in God's name is wrong with you? What's the matter with you? Tell me what is wrong with you.
your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the Morning on the Fan.
Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what drives you to that point. Tell me. Explain it to me. It makes no sense. What? You can't answer me, can you? No, you can't, because there is no answer. No answer for you. Imus in the morning on the Fan. Sports Radio 66 WFAN.
The Mets wrap up their season.
He gets up and answers the door or answers another phone while they're talking?
No, I'm usually able to hold their attention.
I'm sorry, Laurie. We had to go. We had to go because Vince had to get on and be rude. I'm Susan Waldman. We'll be back on the other side. 937-6666, our number. Here comes Vince DeLisi with the WFAN Sports Line.
Sports Radio 66 WFAN.
Jenkins, but right now, here's the latest WFAN Sports Update with Vince DeLisi.
Sports Radio 66 The Fan WFAN.
And I am Susan Waldman. Thanks so far to Billy Connors and Ferguson Jenkins, Buck Showalter, John Hart, the general manager of the Cleveland Indians. Coming up on the other side, we're going to try and find some guys in different ballparks. They should be arriving right now. But Eddie Coleman should be in Houston. We'll ask him if the ball is juiced. But right now, Paul Olden and the WFAN Sports Update.
Sports Radio 66 The Fan WFAN.
Sandwich lovers.
Sports leader. Sports Radio 66 The Fan WFAN.
Well, 58 here in the Fan. I'm Susan Waldman. Real fast, Jeff in Manhattan. Things have changed, Jeff. You can't get upset about the money because it's just changed everything. My thanks to Billy Connors, Ferguson Jenkins, Buck Showalter, Paul O'Neill, John Hart, Eddie Coleman, and behind the scenes, Lisa Johnson, Mike Hayes, and Dove Kramer. I'm Susan Waldman. I'll talk to you from on the road, Chicago and Detroit. Eddie Coleman up next. Thanks for listening.
Sports Radio 66 The Fan WFAN.
Home of New York Knicks basketball.
Sports Radio 66 The Fan WFAN. New York.
Good afternoon once again, everyone. Back in New York, this is Ed Coleman at the Astrodome here in Houston. And we'll take you right up until 2:05 today. That is the Mets pregame, Mets Extra. I'll handle that and hand things over to Bob Murphy and Gary Cohen at that time. The Mets and the Astros will wind up their three-game set today. Pete Smith and Doug Drabek will be going at it. I know there's an awful lot more going on in New York today. You couldn't ask for a better sports day.
And good evening, everybody. Richard here on the Fan Sports Radio 66 WFAN. We're here till 7:50. Got some baseball tonight. The ESPN Sunday night game of the week. It'll be the Marlins at the Padres. Game time is 8. Pre-game at 7:50. We got you till then at 718-937-6666 in a very, very big sports day for a lot of the local teams. Good news, bad news situations. And I guess we can start with the Mets. The playoffs. They'll bring it up a notch too. But right now it's kind of a lull, and don't worry about it. Bottom line. Don't worry about it until they get down in the first series 3-2 or something like that. Then you got to worry about it. 718-937-6666, our telephone number. We got some phone calls coming up, and also Graham Agars from Augusta, Georgia, the site of the Masters.
Sports Radio 66 The Fan WFAN.
Play smart. Whistler with 2020 Sports on WFAN, your home for New York Mets baseball.
Sports Radio 66 The Fan WFAN. New York.
We're back at the Fan
Sports Radio 66 WFAN. You know, I think for real golf fans, the best tournament of the year is the Masters. U.S. Open, a lot of drama. Played at different courses, though. It's hard to form an attachment for it because of its nomadic nature, I guess. British Open, of course, great tournament. Salary cap by George Steinbrenner. So I don't know. Salary cap might be a good idea to hold the numbers down in terms of the kind of money these guys are making. But in terms of the quality of the game, might actually hurt it a little bit. Thanks to Lula Shepard, Magic Johnson, Richard Neer. I'll be back again tomorrow night after the Knick game right around 11 o'clock here on The Fan. You stay tuned for the ball game.
Sports Radio 66. The Fan. WFAN.
The Fan.
President of the United States, Roger Clinton. Good morning, Roger.
Hey, man. I think I'm in love. Jocelyn Elders. It's the girl of my dreams, man. Give out condoms and legalize drugs. She ever says that French fries are good for you, I'm just going to have to marry her.
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
Hey, I've been in Mexico.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I'll take care of some NAFTA stuff for my brother.
Right.
Kind of on my own, though. You didn't ask me to do it.
Right.
See, now that we're going to be exporting all these computers and stuff, I figured I should do my best to maintain a balance of trade. Need a couple of bells I can hook up on?
Imus in the morning. Sports Radio 66. WFAN.
Eileen Marchese, who normally does traffic from some other place in Manhattan.
Imus in the morning.
Think they're consistent enough or good enough to play the Rangers this year?
Good job out of Joe Ellis and Bob Gelb. Don't forget Magic and the Knicks forthcoming. Mike's play-by-play show following that. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Enjoy your Monday on the Fan and Rooney. Adios.
Mike and the Mad Dog. Sports Radio 66. WFAN.
Penis.
Fine. Oh, brother.
Hey, if Jimmy Buffett's fans are called Parrot Head, Rush Limbaugh fans called Ditto Head, what do you call your fans? Shrunken Head?
I don't know.
Well, but is it Adobe Gillis? Leave it to you to spend a week's vacation looking at a rocky hole.
Well,
I guess now you know how Deirdre feels.
shut up.
She wakes up and looks at a rocky hole every day.
That will be fine.
Tell me something. Tough on a reservation, find a phone booth to pee in?
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
Must have been nice, you back among your people, huh?
Well.
Homosexual Indians?
Yeah.
You're right at home there with Skipping Bear and Sits on Fifth.
Imus in the morning. Sports Radio 66. WFAN.
All right, here now, live from El Paso, Texas, is my brother Fred Imus, and you know what we've decided, Fred?
Would you touch it with a 4.5-inch ball?
If your radio sounds funny in the morning, you're listening to Imus in the morning.
Would you have separate rooms on this vacation?
Yes.
You're trying to run a bunch of jive by us.
Well, I'm not a pig like you.
You're not a man like him.